Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing. Season 2 continues here with Race 2 on Chromatic Courseway. So, I do have to apologise in advance because I am dealing with hay fever at the moment and I don't know if that's going to affect this stream at all. I may be a bit sniffly, maybe a bit coughy, and maybe a bit sneezy. So, yeah, hay fever. Just to put that out there. So you may have to deal with that. It does suck. I do not enjoy hay fever at all. But race 2, Chromatic Courseway, of course it's the reverse grid of the previous race. We will put our racers into their starting positions and freeze the time. So you can see the starting grid line up here. Hello Cheese, a bit late. It's no worries, it has not started yet. So of course before we get started, let's get the prediction for the DNFs running. So let's start a prediction. Start prediction the same as last time. This time there'll just be a 1 minute window because I think everyone understands how it works. 2 minutes is probably a little bit too long. And we will start the prediction. So you got 1 minute to enter your prediction for how many of these races are going to be DNFing on this track today. And while that is happening, I'll just remind anyone watching on YouTube, don't like doing this quite so much, but I think sometimes it has to be done, to please subscribe, because a lot of the viewers watching on YouTube are not subscribed, and subscribing helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm and all of that, and it'll help with the channel and help myself in bringing content. And of course head over to Twitch if you want to watch these races live and take part in any of the future events or seasons. So I've got the votes coming in. Have a quick overview of Chromatic Courseway. Of course, this is a returning track. You can have a look and see the layout. Quite a few shortcuts in this one. So very different to our first race of the season. Lots of different opportunities to gain positions and also a lot of opportunities to lose a lot of time. Final tunnel, loads of different routes and loads of different obstacles through there into one final blast up to the top. And it is going to be 3 laps for this race. It looks like predictions are nearly finishing. Hello Barto, welcome. If you want to get your prediction in, you best do it fast. How many people are going to DNF? The prediction is finishing in a few seconds. You may just miss out on it. And that is the predictions finished, which means we can get this race underway. First, let's have a quick drink first. Try and clear my throat a bit. Get ready for the action. I see Beefcake in the chat as well. Hope they do better than last time. This track shouldn't cause many DNFs. We shall see, we shall see. See how good your memory is from this track in the previous seasons and whether it lives up to previous numbers. demon wanting many DNFs and to take the win. Well, let's get this countdown underway and get the race going. So they are off into the first set of obstacles. Let's see who managed to make a breakaway here just in time through the middle route, but TJ is going to dive in front and just in time getting pushed quite far back. Of course, that isn't the quickest route around. That would be this side here. So Zach going off into the lead with Carol and James. Magic flying through though. And behind them we've got Beefcake, Poms and Marley. Teed up coming through the same route but with a rough bounce off the edge. Adam getting stuck further back. So dropping out of the bottom, it looks like we have James and Zach side by side coming down into the drop. Then Poms and Beefcake side by side. Followed by Magic, Carol and Marley. Will anyone get the shortcut? Looks like McWave will make a jump into the shortcut. Stanky doing the same, so that'll be a good start to the race for them too. So it looks like McWave will beat Zach. Looks like Stanky may be able to do the same. Beefcake with a good line through there, absolutely flies through. McWave and Stanky getting the drop down, but will end up behind Beefcake. James getting the, or almost getting the perfect route, but not taking the best line through. It ends up dropping in behind the front runners. So currently Beefcake in the lead going onto the main straight. Behind we have Marley, McWave, Poms and Stanky. Poms with a bad landing, Stanky's going to fly through. James with a bit of a barrier hit there. We see Shona taking a very quick route through the top, actually bouncing over all the obstacles and taking first. Beefcake slowing down a bit, Shona going backwards, so Stanky's going to come through and steal first. Shona and Cloud Monkey just behind. Let's see if anyone will get the shortcut here, or if anyone's going to get held up by the spinner. Stanky through clean, but Shona and Cloud Monkey pushed backwards. Beefcake sneaks through, but this is going to allow Shona to nearly get the shortcut, just missing out on that one. Yeah, unfortunately, Barto, the prediction is over. You just missed out. But the predictions happen at the start of every race. So there's always another opportunity to take part in those. Maybe I will increase it to 2 minutes just for anyone that does show up a little bit later. Maybe able to catch the prediction. So a few people going for the drop down. Carol with the best drop down there. Moving up to first. Shona to take second and Dom to take third by the looks of things. Carol getting held up slightly by one of these spinners. Big hit for Wolf. So Dom and Shona will be fighting side by side. Stanky coming through, McWave and Andrew hitting the spinner. Big pile up on that one. Did I predict myself? No, I did not. I don't take part in the predictions. I think technically, with it being my channel, I would have unlimited channel points. The big pile out on this first lap. Wolf trying to break away into the lead. Shona losing a lot of momentum. But going around a quicker way, it looks like Carol is making an absolute breakaway into the lead. Although Andrew, didn't even see Andrew there, but Andrew was actually in the lead before Carol managed to take the quicker route through and get past them. So the way the predictions work, basically it's how many you think will DNF. Carol getting the fastest of the shortcuts there. This could be big for the lead. You can basically use your channel points to, you can bet so many channel points on how many people you think are going to DNF. So you get to choose one of the options, put channel points down on that option, and the winners share the, well, they get theirs back and then a share of the losers' bets, if that makes sense. So Andrew and Carol with a very strong battle up at the front, very close between them two. So Minnie's going to move into third. Andrew with a bad bounce off one of the spinners does manage to retake that position from Carol. So it's going to be close between them two, but we will see what's going on further back for a minute. Take a look at these positions. Also, there's a bit of a pile up on one of the spinners, holding some people up. Big time loss for them. This is going to allow people to group together. It looks like Zach is in some trouble. We'll go and have a look what's happened there. Actually, in what's meant to be the quickest shortcut in this section, Zach has managed to get stuck. TJ is miles behind. It looks like Sawyer has managed to get themselves stuck as well. But Carol is absolutely flying away in the lead now. Andrew having some trouble now side by side with Cloud Monkey and Wolf. A big lead for Carol. So Wolf and Andrew with a great drop down, but Andrew's managed to get themselves stuck on the inside barrier. Very bad landing for them. Will they get set free? It doesn't look like a likely spot to get freed from. So Wolf is now making a breakaway in first. Carol only just coming around to the tunnel now, just in time with a really good drop down. Moving up into third, but then quickly losing it to McWave, who had an even better run through that zone. And we've had a marble cam redemption here, so a marble cam request on Stormy, which means we will watch Stormy for a short while. Of course, you can use your channel points to get a marble cam. Though as we are going on to the last lap, I will be coming off this shortly. As I say, we will not do marble cams as we go fully into the final lap, because we want to see what's happening with most of the action. But a brief cam to see what Stormy's doing. Currently sitting in 12th. Moving up to 11th. So sitting mid of the point table. Barter saying Blockmaster is gone. Is that going to be a DNF for Blockmaster then? Looks like Shady's running very slow down below. Oh yes, Blockmaster off in the distance. There will be a DNF for them. Zach's still stuck in that shortcut. Looks like McWave's getting the quicker line through here. Wolf currently with the fastest lap, could be getting an extra point for that. Wave having some trouble, that slowed them down. Can Wolf get past this spinner in time to stay in front of McWave? It looks like they might do it. See how the momentum goes here. McWave chasing down Wolf on this final lap. Big bump is going to lose a little bit of time. I think there's too few laps. I might actually agree. I didn't realise we were going into the final lap quite so soon. Thought it actually lasted longer on the previous season. The big bounce by Wolf is going to slow them down, meaning that Wave can get around the outside. Holmes falling off in the background. There is another DNF. We see Carol just behind the front two runners that are fighting very hard to try and take first place. McWave with the bounce backwards from Wolf. This could give Carol a chance to gain and try and move up into second or potentially first. Barto proving to be disappointing once again. It is a shame. Very unfortunate for Barto. Yeah, I'm sure you're just not trying yet. You're waiting. You're going to be an absolute showstopper and make a comeback in the second half of the season. I'm sure it's all part of the plan. Wolf with a hit on the spinner. But McWave so far back now. Wolf is looking pretty home free. Carroll getting overtaken by Shona in the background. Got Dom and Zord just behind as well. So it looks like Christopher's also stuck. Now, can anyone get one of the shortcuts to try and compete for the #1 spot on this final lap? So we see Muffin and TJ very far behind at the back. Wood debating on retiring. McWave is going to get the drop down. This could be what they need to take first at the end of this final lap. See Wolf getting stuck in both of the spinners. McWave with a big launch out though. Going to be close. The spinner giving them a little push. I think McWave is going to have the momentum to get going again. Wolf with a big time loss, struggling around this final section. But no one else getting the drop down. Zor with an incredible drop down there, hitting Andrew and going into the booster. This will move them up from 6th all the way up to 2nd on this final lap. A good line down into the final tunnel, trying to chase down McWave. And McWave through the spinner, not losing too much time. The hit on the triangle will slow them both down. Is there anyone else who can compete for the top spot? It doesn't look like it. Going to be between McWave and Zor as they approach. Upwards bit, Zor getting held up. It looks like McWave might take Wolf with a very good fly through. We'll have to see how they come out across the line. So McWave crossing the line, taking the win. And Zor coming through in 2nd. So Wolf will be taking 3rd and currently holding the fastest lap, which will get them an extra point. Carroll coming through to take 4th. T-Dub in 5th. Space Comet 6th. Cloud Monkey 7th. Shona will be taking 8th. Dom taking 9th. Arm take 10th. Very close finish there, but Pesky Bird taking 11th. Dirt Monster 12th. Magic 13th. Just in time 14th. Beefcake just beating out Stormy with 15th and a 16th. Demon currently in 17th. So in the points, take 17th. Superboss getting overtaken by James at the last second. And nearly by Cutsy as well, but James will take 18th, Superboss 19th, Cutsy 20th. And that is it for our point scoring positions. Yeah, I think in the future we will extend the number of laps on this one. I did run off the same number as we had in the first season, which I thought was enough, but clearly not unless I just ran it at a lot slower speed in the first season, which may be a possibility. So maybe up the lap count on this one in future seasons to 6. Should be about right. So this will be one of our shorter races of the season. It makes up for some of the ones that are really long. We do have a couple of long races this season. Who is Big Daddy China? One of our followers, of course. So it looks like Wolf is going to keep hold of this fastest lap. See Cheese and Shax coming across the line. 8 finishing middle grid puts you in a worse position for racing. Yeah, that is true. It's not really an advantage in any way. You don't get points, and you also don't get much of an advantage into the next race. Thinking you were going to DNF. No, you did manage to cross the line, so no DNF. But while we wait for the DNF countdown timer, let's go and view our winner of today's race. McWave taking the win on race 2 at Chromatic Courseway. So well done to them. So we have lost a few more people. Don't know if that was after the line or before. I think so. I know that they've got quite a long follower name, so I just went for the easiest thing to commentate from what I could see on the name. And to fit it actually into the leaderboard bit a bit easier as well. So I will enter these results while we wait for this timer to finish. Speed things up a little bit just to get it moving. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so the times are in, and we can take a look at, firstly, how many DNFs we got before we take a look at the standings. So, see our top 20. Go down and see everyone finishing just outside the points. Stanky, Alice and Mario just missing out on point scoring positions. We head down, where do the DNFs begin? Looks like Zach, our last DNF, on 55th. So 7 DNFs. Let's see if anyone predicted right. So we're going to choose the outcome. It looks like we will have some winners on this one. Again, we choose outcome 6 to 10. And complete prediction. I think we had a couple of winners there. Looks like Demon predicted correctly. A nice prediction win once again for them. Did we have anyone else? No, it looks like Demon was the only one to predict correctly. So there we go, well done to Demon for the prediction. Bailey knows the tracks well. But now over to the leaderboard standings as McWade manages to get stuck on one of the bends. Oh no, they're moving again. So over to the leaderboard. So, as you can see, we now have a tie at the top, with Logan and McWade both having 30 points. Then we have a tie of 27 points between Dom and Magic. Then Adam and Zach are also tied in 5th and 6th. Then we've got Wolf in 7th, Cheese in 8th, Carol in 9th. Three-way tie between Dirt Monster, Jake and T-Dub, making up the top 10. Then we have James, Space Comet, Muffin, Cloud Monkey, Shona, Harry, Armtech, Baz, Crimson, Pesky Bird, Nick, Stormy, and Just in Time, making up our top 25 after race 2. So the next track, which will be our first race starting next week, will be on DK Mountain. So we'll have 4 races next week. So we'll be seeing DK Mountain, Sewer Speedway, Forest Raceway, and the Marble GP Ukraine. So there's those to look forward to. And of course, Wolf picking up the fastest lap, get an extra point for that, which is actually enough to put them ahead of Cheese. They would have been tied for that position if they hadn't got that fastest lap. But that is going to be it for this stream, a bit of a shorter one than most of the other races. Most likely the shortest stream of this season. And that'll be it for this week of racing. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.